This is the Bentley Continental GT in this V8S version, along with an Onyx body kit, and it has the Onyx exhaust as well. So I'm sure you'll be looking forward to hearing that. The question is though, this is a bit of a, strong, heavyweight kind of looking car, isn't it? It's all murdered out, all black. So the question is, does it drive like a heavyweight? Or does it dance on its toes? I'd be interested to find out. So that's what we're going to do. It's a nice day for it. I'm Jack Wested. This is Prestige Performance Collection. This is one of the many cool and interesting cars that we currently have in stock here. So yeah, let's go find out how it drives. Yes, let's go. Bentley is stereotyped as a bit of a footballer's car. And while some of that reputation is deserved, I'm giving it every chance to prove me wrong. I'm also going to explore its interior for some British charm and quality, and test to see if it's fun to drive. Manoeuvring the Bentley Continental GT at low speeds does not feel like a 2.3 ton car. The more you know. So the car clearly has a lot of presence, and there's a real nice mix of leather and then aluminium. Everything's a physical button, which is nice. It's just all tactile. Everything feels expensive, and it corners really flat, which is good. This is where it really stands out. A 3-chamber air system with continuous damping means it glides over the road 1 second, and then tightens up and stays completely flat and composed when you push it in the corners. Oh, it makes a good noise. Yeah, that V8 really grumbles, and that exhaust upgrade just brings it alive. Under the bonnet is a 4-litre V8 with over 520 horsepower, and it feels effortless, delivering a deep, constant surge of power like a relentless shove in the back that never stops. So some of the upgrades that Onyx do, front splitter, carbon along the front there. Again, it all just kind of pulls it out just a couple of inches. So it looks really wide. It's got a really strong presence on the road. That upgraded bonnet for, wow, it looks like it'd be for cooling, but really I think it's just there to look good. Coming down the side, we also have the side skirt upgrade, which matches in with the door. And then coming round the rear, again, just that little bit wider. We have the carbon diffuser, so it looks the part and we know it sounds the part as well. And then we have 22-inch rims, which again just matches that kind of large presence look that it's got. And on the front, you've got this huge 8-piston calipers, which it needs. At 2.3 ton, you need some proper stopping power. It's paired with an 8-speed ZF gearbox that's basically invincible. No drama, just does the job. If we want to go into manual, sport. Can you hear those pops? Backfires are pretty good. Okay, it's got 2 characters. So I can feel the belt tensioning straight away, because when you get on it, it kind of unlocks this like really surprising middleweight fighter. It's angry and ooh, yeah, it's got a bit of a muscle carness about it. Pop, pop, pop. Yeah, that's cool. All right. Oh, now I'm a little bit more impressed. It's not just luxury in here. It's kind of smart. These have the 8-speed gearbox. It's not rapid. You pull it, yeah, it's like 1.5 seconds. The upshifts are a little bit quicker. Yeah, those downshifts do take a little while. But really, I'm not sure how much that matters. You haven't bought a full-blown supercar in this. It's just, if you do want to have a little bit of fun, when you get a clear and open road, you can have some fun. That really surprised, I'm genuinely surprised at how that made me feel. It's got multiple personalities, this thing. Okay, steering weight is very good. It's what you would expect. Holds the road nicely. Don't need too much steering angle. Again, what you would kind of like it to be, and it is. I thought you might just be a bit more cumbersome. It's not. I didn't think the British could make such great cars. Yes. Real noises. Real backfires. Woo. Okay. I didn't really get the whole Bentley thing. I really didn't. I just didn't get it. It was just, it's like luxury, but it's, I don't know, you might get it, you know, something a little bit more finished from a German brand. Oh, my mind's been changed. Okay, this is cool. I get it. And it's different. This is the thing. You don't see Bentleys that often. With this kit, it definitely stands out from other Bentleys. So, it's quite a unique setup. I'm impressed. And it's just like the little touches, you know, just the contrast stitching looks good. Aluminium rather than plastic, or like that piano stuff. Just all the contrasty pieces are in the right place. We've got carbon on the inside here. That's smart. Looks a heavyweight, but performs like something in a middleweight class. There was a lesson learnt today for me, and that's you should never judge a book by its cover. So the Bentley Continental GT, to me, always just kind of looked like it'd been the same for quite a long period of time, and it was more luxury than it was anything else. However, having put my foot down in this V8 today, it's actually got two characters. It really is quite luxury in here. Knowing that's British done is quite nice. And then as soon as it drops down a gear, when you hear that Onyx exhaust and those backfires and just that real grunty V8 sound, it really just starts to come alive. And then it's got this character of a little bit of a muscle car, but got quite a bit of character to this one. It definitely turns heads on the road as well, if that's what you're into, but it's somewhat understated. It's definitely no supercar head turner, but it's different. That's the other thing. It's not a carbon copy of everything else that's out there. This is really quite a unique car. So if you want something that, you know, looks a little bit different, it's nice feeling to get into, yeah, the Bentley Continental GT is, it surprised me a little bit. I'm quite impressed. I'm Jack Westhead, thank you for watching, and please subscribe.